I'm Grace.
So let's get started.
I'm a recipe blogger, family-taught home chef,
Cheers.
Cheers.
iPhone-only photographer, and proud New Englander.
All right, ready?
I'm ready.
So, Spear, as I call you.
Yes, Buttons, as I call you.
The other day when I was talking to you on the phone, you were telling me about this amazing citrus olive recipe
Right.
in the context of one of your crazy retirement parties that he has. You and Mom you guys are just party animals. Something about retirement has brought out the inner party.
I wouldn't go that far.
Spear, tell us about these olives. You showed me, so you called me and said, these olives that I made were amazing.
Right,
I ended up making them when, after we talked, and I flipped. These things are amazing. How did you come up with this?
Well, you know, as you know, if you're doing a dinner party and you slave all day over entrees and appetizers and stuff, when you get to hors d'oeuvres, you're exhausted. It's like, what could I make that's simple? I thought, how about olives?
Yes.
But I didn't want to just take olives out of a jar and put it in a bowl.
Yes.
So I thought, how can I sort of make it a little more exciting and interesting? And I tried to think about what would complement oranges or olives, and came up with this sort of orange marinated olive thing. And it is darn good. So we're going to start out with the best oranges in my judgment, the best ones. My favorite. Best? I live on these things, Cara, oranges, whatever they're called. And so, you know, we'll start out by zesting one.
Okay.
So you want to just do some zest?
The microplane, so we're just zesting. Okay, so zest is just the outside, the very outside,
you don't want any of the pith.
Yes.
So it's just the orange part. Yes, the pith.
That was something that you told me.
The pith is bitter.
That smell, you can't beat it.
No, it just has an intensity and it's just really beautiful.
So
all right. Then as a little garnishment, you might want to do just a little twist of the orange with a vegetable peeler.
Fancy. Ooh, like this?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, you just
like
kind of.
a few of them.
Just a few of them as a little garnish on the top. Yeah.
Okay, so I'll just take them and set them to the side.
Yep.
For later.
Yep, that sounds good.
Okay. And then what?
All right. Now we're going to segment the oranges.
Okay.
So here, you know, I don't know whether you've ever seen Jacques Pepin do this on television.
I don't think I have. I've only seen you do it, and you used to call these
baby oranges because I used to feed them to you like a baby.
Oh yeah.
But
spoiled.
I've seen, you know, Jacques Pepin do this, and he's the master of, you know, technique. And so what this demonstration will prove is that I'm not Jacques Pepin.
But look at how, okay, so you're basically just taking off the membrane.
Yeah, you just take off the membrane of the orange, and you try to, you know, to preserve as much of the orange itself, but take the membrane out. And then when you get done with that, all right, then you have the segments of the oranges. And this is where Jacques has a technique where he rocks the knife back and forth, and I can't do that. So I just...
Too much for us
It's
peasants.
Just too much for us peasants, us untrained people. Is it okay if I just put it right in the bowl?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so I do it right over the bowl.
Bowl, right?
Yep, and I just go down and just segment one after the other. And, you know, I've been doing this for so long, and I used to do this for you because when you were little, this was the only way you would eat oranges, believe it or not. So down to the last segment, and then I always just add a little bit of the squeeze of the fresh juice, which is incredibly good.
Looks like somebody needs to wash your hands. You're like casually saying.
Okay, now that my hands are clean again, we're gonna do the garlic. Okay, so we're just gonna give that a little smash to loosen the skin.
There you go.
And then off comes the skin here.
Oh, look at you. You got all these tips and tricks.
Ticks, trips, and tips.
Did you have a little wine before you came here?
No, but I was hoping the last time I was at Tastefully, Grace, you offered me a little wine, you know. And
I was actually thinking about that.
Yeah, well, I'm going wine-free today.
Late.
Okay, so now we're gonna just do some slivers of the garlic.
Very nice.
Do them as You know, it doesn't have to be
Beautiful.
super thin, but we'll...
And so you do that little smash not only to loosen the skin, but it kind of releases the flavor of the
It
garlic
does.
a little bit too,
Yep.
right? So we're gonna add a little bit of olive oil to this pan, right?
Yep, yep.
Okay.
And then in
you
goes
wanna-
the slivers of garlic.
Perfect.
And you know, you're not looking to create, you know, garlic heaven here,
Yep.
but you just want enough to give the olives a little bit of lift.
Okay.
Okay.
So the
and
garlic goes in,
in
and
the
then
pot we go.
just a tiny salt, right? Because we're doing olives.
Yep.
Those are already salty.
Yep.
And then what do we have here? A little.
Some hot red pepper flake. I love the hot red pepper flake. It just gives it just a little bit of heat.
Little heat.
Yep.
And then final step, we have our orange zest.
Zest,
right?
and you can do the zest either in the pot or, you know,
Or
afterwards,
last.
either one.
Okay, so little zest, but not the little pieces of zest.
Not the pieces. We're going to reserve those for the garnish. Yep.
Okay.
So all we're going to do now is just bring that up to heat a little bit. We just want to sort of sweat the garlic. You
Yep.
don't want it to brown.
Little
Brown
sizzle.
garlic is bitter.
Okay. Oh,
Okay.
oh my gosh, it
Yep.
smells so good. Is it ready?
Just wafting. I'd give it like, you want to do it like a minute.
A minute.
Just at that sort of level. Just
Okay.
enough to get the
Flavors
oil
released.
infused. Time to assemble. So you've got your olives. Do you want to
Yeah, okay, so
be
we
the
have
assembler here?
just
the
some,
olives
like,
in with
mixed
it.
olives.
Just all
all assorted, wherever you
assorted.
want, right?
Your assortment of your favorite types of olives. And then
Okay.
here we go. I'll hold this for you and you can just
Give it a little shake.
give a little shake. That right over the top.
Oh,
So just give it a little toss there, Buttons, and
oh. Oh my goodness, the smell.
I mean,
Does
does
it
that
get
smell
any
good?
better?
It does not get much better than that. It tastes fantastic. Okay, make sure to drizzle the rest of the juice on top. Absolutely fabulous. Olive time.
It's olive time.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers. So let's
Wow.
try this baby, huh? It's really good.
Oh,
Really good.
it's so light
Yeah.
and
Flavorful,
this,
though.
yeah, this citrus really adds this like sweetness and just like a little extra freshness that you don't get with just regular olives. Oh,
Very simple, but just incredible amount of flavor.
I'm gonna be having the whole bowl to myself. So thank you for coming.
You're welcome. Thank you
This
for
is for me
inviting
only.
me. Thank you for inviting me.
Love you.
Love you too, Buttons.
Thanks for coming. Check this out on tastefullygrace.com.
You won't regret it.
You won't. Oh, I got a pet.
Oh, you got Pip.
Check this out on tastefullygrace.com.
Let's do that again.